Hello. Um, Hello. So we are currently building a TUI. So I already have also posted. You can see it here. You can do it as a view as a member, and then we can go cite the post, something like this. And we are trying to do these all thing in the similar way, but it's already in the development, and we got also a message. So like uh, I will like reach out to him the first or second week of the November, when it was like this project is in some good stage. So the other things looks everything good, and I'm just trying to show you some of the things like what it is. uh, the mostly code is bit of cloudy, from cloudy, but the starting of the code, like these all like command lines, is from my, and then I was not much aware of uh, this tool. I was learning bit of, but I was using bubbletea architecture, and we are also using lip gloss. I'm not sure I'm using gum or not, but I think I am not using gum anywhere, as for I have no. I think, but we can integrate the gum. Like you can make a script and then it's easy to integrate. But we are more heavily dependent on this. I also make some uh, projects. Star make I mean had done some star on it to see the implementation, how it looks. Think this one, I yeah, this one bit of have like given me a very, what I can say, inspiration, we can say. uh, like the UI things, and when we click on this we get some informations and theme. We already have a theme section. I can show you. We like you can see lip gloss. We can set this something like, if I can show you through a terminal, we can set like try out cell, and then your this start command, and then theme. I'm not sure it's working or not, because I have not tested it, so that's the reason. That was a default. I have not tested it, but I can think of the dark is my own. So let me see. I don't think so it's working. To see, no, it's not working. So yeah, but we have this and we are more into running this. A lot of issues we get while building this. Like you can see the first interface look like this when I was the first time build this, but there's a lot of things like I'm not getting things in a right way. You can see this one looks good, but bit of having a lot of space, and we need to scroll a lot. So this one is from someone other. It was from someone other, which have like no, it's really good. Yeah, it is also backed by YC, I guess. I'm not, if I am not wrong. Yeah, it was backed by YC, and it was one of the most famous. And they like use something like their own get version type, because I've tested one. How I get this? It's from the mail. I got a mail, and they have some 3 update, and from there I get this. mm, there are some more. I have a lot of. I did this lazy git is also like it is a crazy. You can see there's 66 star, and this looks a lot good. I don't think so. I have that much time to make this much commit, and it needs some of a time if I can show you the contribution. But yeah, the starting for me is looks very awesome in my term. If I make the content something like this, if it become a lot readable, I can say you this is going to be a lot better. Like you can see the ping plus pong slash r slash n. I think slash r is for the. I'm not sure, but it was I have fixed one issue. Uh, it is a specific to window, I guess. I am not sure, but like you can see this thing. This is looks a lot awesome. We are trying to get some of a section or some of the things in that way. If I can show you a bit of how our YML look like, because we are getting everything from the YML. You can see this. There was also somewhere a highlight what we need to do the highlights, in which style we needs the my app.latest we need in a code. So that was a code. You can see this is a code section, because if we come up here, oh, sorry, how to I don't minimize, bro. If I come up here and I make this code, this looks something like this, and this becomes a colored one. I'm not sure this works or not, but it not works. If I give him a 3, it looks something like this, and then if I give now ts, it looks something like this. But we can have this like this, but it doesn't. It will not going to work. Sorry, it doesn't work. But if we did this works. Bit of colored, but I'm not sure. But what that was a code one. Okay, so just you need something like this, and then it become a colored one. I have to explore this a lot. But yeah, I will be going to check the content here, because this one I really love, because if I get things or the informations which we have, if you can see this is info, what is a Cosign and their content, and then this thing and a lot of other things we have. If we get at this level and the readability of the content gets improved, let us also I can show you how our readability looks like. So if I start this, so currently it looks good, but we want something like this, get some we can say header, and then this gets something colored like this, respond to multiple ping like this one, and then some of the things like here, and then the content and some of the things to make a readability a way better. Okay, I think if you see this, what is a cosign, and we have the content, this is a cosign, like this is the definition. Why does this matter? If I can show you this, why this does this matter, we just format this thing into some colored way. We have colored this who, what, and when. It's from this command. We have colored cosign with this one. So like you can see my app slash latest. Now where is my app dot latest? We have this here. So here we have added an highlight thing to, we need to highlight this. There was also somewhere Sigstore that will be I can see the, oh, I don't, I think it is a Sigstore. Oh, we can't we can't do this when, okay, let me just close it. We back. Reason is this one is a completely different. I was also learning bit of bubble and will explore that. um, just to get a lot of sample I did uh, through the cloudy, but I have get a basic of, but I don't know how that PTI works, how TTY works, a lot of sessions there. So uh, we have to explore, and that was the biggest issue which we like. I also thought to make it at a medium, sorry, in a center, and then we make something like this type of thing. I think I have a diagram, I don't know, somewhere I have a diagram. It was a funded thing I was exploring. No, it is different. I thought of something like this, but it is very good. It was something like a kata code, but it was very difficult and very, like, I was also thinking, like, you can see the content looks really awesome. I was also thinking to build some tool where we put the image, like image, and this converts into .md. I think the tool we have into the web, if you can say image to .md, I think someone has already created. You can see that. Okay, let us see is this uh, making a good image or not. So we have a docker image, something like this, and we just we can say, wait, we saved this, and then we just need to drop it. I don't know why it's not. Okay, we download it, and they created it, bro. Well, okay, let's see. I think it will be very helpful if we convert this into something like this. Will be totally into .md, then there will be a client, and then docker build this and this, and this gets into this, something like this. And we can also figure out some way to color the image, .sig, deploy, and a lot of more thing. We get add. Okay, let us download it. It was a, what the fuck, bro? Mm. Sorry. Why do we have a zip file? Oh, we get the MD. You can see this is nothing, bro. It's not. What the fuck, यार? क्या बना दिया? Sorry, guys, but we need to have some tool, something like very cool tool, uh, to make that image. It's JPG to PNG to JPG. Okay, let us see this one can do something for us or not. They have a lot of thing, bro. Let us see. Okay. Steam cannot valid. No, bro. But yeah, I was just thinking, like, if we get this image, okay, if we get this image, and then we need some tool to build this whole section into that. Chat GPT can do it. I think let me just try it once. Let me just try it. Oh, so it is a Docker structure. Sorry, guys. We can do in some other way. We can't do this in the image way. But I was thinking of doing this in an image way, but it will be going to be very much difficult. But okay, that's fine. Like we can't create that because it's very complex. Hmm. Yeah, let us will see it. But if we get something like here, if we can color this or something like this, like maybe something like this, sum of a part, then it's going to be very much good. You can see this looks very good. You can see that cosine version. But now I have given the uh, command to play with it, but there was a very much difficult to do things around it. You can do it. You can see the cosine version, it gives you this. You can also see the working directory here. Yeah, so there was a lot of difficulties because we thinking to do these whole thing locally. We don't want to go inside this, or if we do, then where is TryOutShell is installed. Somehow there we can do it. It is creating another folder with something like this. I don't think so. I don't know will it be helpful or not. I have to read about this thing. And then if we see there's, you can see tryout lab. We have done Sigstore. We can go inside Sigstore. We have there, we have the cosine sine verify which I run. And then you can do this. We don't have anything. If we do ls for folder for, it was a 4h 5 gen, and then it was a GN or something like GNT. But we need to read it, bro. This is a new thing for me. No, 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 no. We not try lab. This you can see. This is we getting config, we getting data, we getting image, we getting key, we getting projects, we getting readme, we getting. Why we are getting projects? Why we are getting text samples? Why we are getting temps? Why we are getting test? What's inside the config, bro? We don't have anything. What's inside the images, bro? We don't have anything. Mm, cat. Not sure, bro. Sample. This is a sample text. Okay, I think the system creates this whole thing. Then yeah, we'll read about it. You can see I run this, but it was running on the you can say or you somewhere. You can see here I am using there it is. I'm using like I'm not using os.exe. I'm using this one to execute a command. But before that, I think we also checking the safety check because there might be someone just uses in a very rude way. So that's the reason we are checking this whole thing. And yeah, you can see I think get lesson it is for like when we are trying to upstream. It was not intended to do anything there. So this is a command context is like a command but include context. So they just I have to read much more around this thing to gain a lot of more logic and knowledge. Then only we can proceed things around it more. Yeah, this looks good. To be honest, this looks good. If I can paste this and let us see is this thing how this things works. Okay, and if I did client, let us see if we did client. uh, that is the same thing, client, and we need it a bold code. Okay, that was a good. I can show you the whole thing. And then you have how signing works. We have like we cosign generate public key cryptographic and then this thing and then this production may you can sorry for Hindi always use key signing with fluco and then never commit a private key to the get. And then you have this. I don't think so this will going to work, but uh, I I have another way to do this because I don't want to type this. I don't think so it will work. Oh wow, it works. So now if you go here and if you do, we get cosign and key. But the problem is here, if we go to the next command, here it's like it is giving you on the next terminal you can create it and then do it. I think nah, it was something other. You can also skip by control Y. You can see here control Y, or you can also type skip. It will going to skip. You can do like skip. You can do the skip. Just skipping it to show you to the till last. You can see here the I have to explore this a lot. What does cosign use to sign container image? I think I can say a public cryptographic. I don't think so. I have to validate the answers also, like is that answer is correct or not. Which key should you never share? Public. Oh, we are not validating it. Okay, nice. We also have a final challenge. Sign your own image. Pick any public image like this. Sign it with your key. Verify the this and this, something like this. And then your congratulation, you get some of the things. And we also have a docs, but somehow we need to make it a copy able, but it was the architecture. uh, we don't have access to make it, or I have to explore it much more and then we get it. Okay, let us run it again because we have added some of things. Wow, that looks awesome, Rahul. That looks awesome. But how this get this thing? You can see, but we have also added a client, but the client is not. Oh, okay, okay. I'm just. Uh, okay, let me create this in that way, and just okay. Let us do this again. No, sorry, but yeah, that is how we going to make things and how we going to do things around it. Okay, I have to check this how this part is. Okay, so this is a diagram. Okay, I have to make this into diagram. Okay, let us see this. Fail to parse the YML because there was a two diagram. That's the reason. You have to have one diagram, or you have to this. Also, this is a basic YML. How can you make this? How can I copy this one? Yeah. Any more changes? No. Let us see this. How this looks. Line number 58. 58. That looks good, Rahul. That looks good. Okay, keep it because I have to make some tool like that, or I said you this image and then they just clear everything and make into the .md, which is going to be, I don't think so it is capable. I am capable of doing this, but I think I can try it. Okay, with these I think that is the only thing I want to share with you. But what I can do with these image, I think I can only build this via ChatGPT or some of the things. Because how can we then render this image? Very difficult, bro. Even how we will think to change this into some text or some of other thing. That is the only ChatGPT or the AI things is capable of doing this. Okay, I think with these I'm closing it. There will be a lot of more thing like this is totally changed. I don't like that, so I changed it. But we will be going to have a lot of things, but mostly I like this one, and our my content is also is very 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 impressive, and it's not uh, it also have a very good readability because it was totally on your default setting. So whatever you have set up on your terminal, it will render in that way. Okay, so only thing I think, sorry, the only thing we can change is like typing the command, because that is going to be very terrible for any person or for me to build the architecture around it. Either way, I can go with something like how I show you some code. You can see this, bro. The lazy get thing is built. It has been a 4-5 year, so it is not like we just come up yesterday and in next 2 months we build everything. No, it takes a bit of time. We can do a beta version, but to be honest, Rahul, I don't think so. The type command will be very feasible for us. We can think of some theme to render the diagram, render the other things, but typing the command is going to be very terrible for me. If you have ever seen this one, they use a very complex architecture, and there was a lot of other too. They uses very complex architecture. There was this one lab story. If you read is they he's using is really like one of the my favorite uh, person. I usually read a lot of his blog and it was like wow. You can see this one, bro. He create this on iPad, I guess, by his own hand, and like he is like using like Firecracker micro VM. It was like you can see this. You can also, if you want to read this, you can read this from here. But I have before going to build this terminal based, I was thinking of something UI based. You can see here, but the architecture is very complex. I thought of doing it, but after a 1 week or 2 week, I left it because I was trying to capture a lot of thing to read, and then we will going to build this. So I thought it was very easy to build the TUI, and the first thing I have thought of something like this, and it is very going to be very big. But one thing I have think you can see this all will be coming, but yeah, it takes bit of time to do. If I can show you somewhere, it was create lab or lesson. So there will be a command which will be something like create a lesson, and then they will ask like, is that organization, is any of this organization? You will select the organization, and then you can start building this. If the organization not exist, you will create an organization, and then you will create a file, and what file with the name. And there's a lot of more things we have to discuss, or we have to build. Like you can see this here, we have a metadata dot uh, id, and we have to have the same file name with the YML. You can see this. I was also other my first lesson. If I can run, that was in the other. Nothing, there is nothing. Just hello world. You can just try it. Echo hello from try out. Sorry. You can see hello try out completed in 0.2 second, and then just end. Runner working directory, you can see this one. If I can see anything here, nothing. But yeah, I don't know, but we have to clean up this thing also. I don't know is we need this to clean up or not. I have to read it also. I'm very like my fundamental is flawed. My fundamental is like nothing. I read things, Like if I get any issue, I just read this thing. I keep some of the things in my guest and somewhere else. Yeah, we have to explore this section. How if we thought of changing the architecture, we will be going with these architecture or somehow similar architecture, because I really like that way they have. It was a similar way which I was creating. I'm not sure how they are creating, so I will check. But yeah, that's that is going to be very huge thing to learn. A lot of learning, a lot of juggling, and a lot of things. So yeah, we'll give you a phase 2 and phase 3, and probably before of 10 of November. Okay, thanks. Bye bye.